Go. Rocking and rolling. We are live on Instagram. We are live on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, KGW.com. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to, what is it, Tuesday? Tuesday morning. Yeah, a little sprinkle outside for a lot of us waking up this morning. How's your day going? Hi, Jeff Mendenhall. How are you on Instagram? I see you. Let me get Facebook pulled up here in a second. So we are talking about the big story today is, should the president, do you think, shut down the Mexico border? He's been threatening to do that for a little while. Now things kind of coming to a head with all of the thousands of migrants from Central America coming up. Also his frustration with not getting the border wall built on a timeline that he wanted. That was our megaphone question for our viewers, and I'll let you see kind of what that is up here on this monitor. I know it's kind of double screens on Facebook. Should President Trump shut down the border to Mexico? 59% of you, it's close, say no. He should not shut down the border because it's going to have huge impacts on our economy. Namely, produce, cars, electronics, all kinds of stuff. They are our third biggest trade partner with the U.S. We import most of our fruits and vegetables from Mexico, so that's going to have a huge impact on the produce section when you go to the grocery store. Prices, availability of things. 87% of our tomatoes come from Mexico. It's kind of crazy. We have asked you to weigh in on this topic, and we have been getting tons of responses about it. So let me show you. Penny, just one of them. Too bad you can't freeze avocados. I would buy a bunch. Lots of people making avocado jokes. Yes, I get it, but it is real, people. Gary Thompson, I don't care about avocados. Okay, Gary's not a fan of guacamole. That's all right. Michael, how will the hipsters get their avocado toast? Yes, that is the big joke. Julia, California avocados are much more expensive. I love them, but I don't know that I would pay the extra money for them. Good point. Everything kind of is cheaper coming from Mexico, right? The problem is those grown in the U.S. are getting infected by listeria. They had to recall most of the recent crop. The only ones available right now are from Mexico, and that is what the government is saying is if this border shuts down, then California right now is in kind of the middle of the growing season. They would not catch up for maybe another month or so. So another comment, oh, that's the one we started with. So yeah, weigh in. Do you think the president should shut down the border with Mexico to get his wall built, to stop this influx of illegal immigration and all of the migrants coming from Central America? It is a very hot topic. We're getting some people weighing in on Facebook. So let's see, sorry, juggling two screens. Linda, oops, let me flip you around Instagram. I know you can see this on Facebook on that camera, but Linda says, I do not like avocados, but I do like tomatoes. I guess I'll have to plant some this year. Close the border, she says. Okay, she votes for closing the border, gotcha. So that is our big topic. Vote, send in your comments. We are live here this morning. We're talking about more of the hot topics from our morning show. And let me show you some of the headlines that we're working on today, the big things that you kind of need to know right here on your screen. The second woman is now saying former Vice President Joe Biden touched nose to nose with her. None of these women, none of these two women say it was sexual harassment or anything sexual. It was just kind of an invasion of their personal space and kind of weird or creepy. So we'll see how that plays out today. The violence that broke out last night at the Nipsey Hussle vigil down in LA. Somebody thought they heard a gunshot and a stampede started. They are still looking for that murder suspect. Universities across the country now pushing for ride-sharing safety after that South Carolina student was abducted and murdered when she got into a car that she thought was her Uber. So all of these schools, the University of South Carolina really starting it, saying when you get your Uber on your phone, it shows you the license plate, it shows you the name of the driver. Double check, ask them, check the license plate, ask them, hey, what's your name? And if it's not written on your Uber app, do not get in the car. So they're trying to get that knowledge out there. Oregon Ducks, they are headed to Tampa today for the Final Four. One of our photographers just headed down to Eugene. They have a big press conference going this morning before they head out. So we'll have that video tonight. And then, woo, the Blazers tied for third in the West. That's awesome. Or is it? Because that means that we might have to play the Golden State Warriors, and we all know how that could go, especially without our main man, Jusuf Nurkic. So, not good. Let me walk over here and get my little tablet. Okay, we have a special guest this morning. Follow me. Let me grab this and this. We're going to go over here and chat with Miss Kristen Severance, who woke up early this morning, which is a hard thing to do. She has twins, if you guys haven't heard. It's a huge, I complain and I just have one. So it's a lot harder for you, my dear. How are you this morning?
I'm great, how are you?
Let me flip you around. So what we got going on here is multiple screens.
Yeah, this is great.
We got Instagram here, everyone else there. Hi. You were on the show this morning talking about your latest kind of consumer alert.
Yes.
And so explain this. This is like, I pulled up Amazon here. This is for Everyone Wants Longer Lashes.
Yes, this is for a serum.
Yes, so it's the thing that you kind of wipe on your eyes.
Exactly.
It's not really like the product that's the problem, right?
Exactly.
Tell me about these reviews that
this is a great story because everybody buys everything online. I mean, when is the last time you went into a store? We're all so busy, and you know, we all buy things online and we all read reviews. I'm sorry, who does not read a review?
Yeah, you have to.
Yes, you have to.
You want to know what the real people think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this, we get our stories from everywhere. So someone who works actually upstairs, who does not work in news but works in KGW, saw the Instagram clothes story where we bought a bunch of clothes on Instagram and tested them. And so she said, you know, I've always been curious about this lash serum, and I bought it. You know, she was researching lash serums. She saw an article from InStyle, it's a real article, where it said, it said 5,400 reviews on Amazon. This lash serum has 5,400 positive reviews. She's like, sold.
Yeah.
She finds it on Amazon. It's an Amazon's Choice, which I'm sure you all.
I just saw that. Yeah.
Yes.
And this is, if you want to kind of zoom in on this, Grant, behind the camera, this is one of the listings. It's called Lavish Lash, but this is not, you know, their fault. It's the seller here. So you can see 9,400, almost 5-star reviews. It's got 4.5.
Yeah.
So that's great. You would think,
great.
like, that's awesome. Let's get it.
And it's Amazon's Choice, which means Amazon, which means it's a highly rated product with, you know,
within the website.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she buys it, and the seller in this case is Pack Coast Retailers. Okay. She buys it, gets it, and there's this flyer in the product, in the package, which I'm sure we've all seen, and it says, hey, do you want a free product? Email your free product at gmail.com. And right away she's like, this doesn't seem right. So she emails, she uses another email address and emails, and then gets an email back saying, yes, if you would like your free product, you know, fill out this form and, or, you know, give us a 5-star review. And
all you have to do is give us a 5-star
review.
And you get a free one.
And it says, if you cannot give us a 5-star review, do not proceed. You know, email us privately your concerns, which I had no idea was called something called review gating. So you really can't do that.
While you're explaining this,
of course,
show this on Instagram. Okay.
So we started looking into this. Is this allowed? So according to Amazon, Amazon banned this practice of incentivized reviews, meaning if you get paid for a review or if you get a free product, you cannot leave a review on Amazon if it's incentivized. The FTC has rules about this as well, saying if you get any sort of compensation for a review, you need to disclose that in the actual review. So we reached out to the company. They said, look, we sell to a distributor. They sell to, you know, hundreds of sellers.
Right.
And, you know, the manufacturers
it's out of their control.
Yeah, they're saying we do not, you know, we do not want anyone associated with our product doing this. Amazon said, we take this extremely seriously. Amazon said even one inauthentic review is bad. So they definitely took action.
But they're going around it because they're selling the product legit the first time.
Right.
And then, yeah, they're getting the review on the back end.
Right.
So it's got to be hard for Amazon to kind of nip it in the bud because the first sale is legit.
It's legit, exactly. But so that's why, you know, you have to report these things. I mean, who knows how long this would have gone on if she didn't, you know, reach out to us. But doesn't it make you think, okay.
Of everything that you ever bought? Yeah. I mean, when you finally get it and you're like, this is, you know, crap. why did I even buy this? But some people, I mean, I appreciate, obviously that's what it's for, is honest reviews.
Right.
That are supposed to be on the website.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and there are so many review stories. You know, we interviewed this consumer expert. He runs a site called Review Meta. Have you heard of this?
No.
So you can go in and copy any review and then post the URL on his site, Review Meta, and it analyzes that review. It's to try to help consumers spot fake reviews. So he's one of those, you know, review experts out there, and he was telling me all about this, just incentivized reviews, and his tips on before you buy anything, still read the reviews, but don't just look at the stars. I think we all do that. You know, I would
read some of them.
Yes, go in and read some. Read a 1-star, read a 3-star, read a 5-star to get the real picture, and then if you suspect, if you don't like a product or you don't like a policy like this, return it. It's that's the best way to send a message to Amazon or the seller. And then number 3, report it. You can report a review right there on the review if you suspect an inauthentic review.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dustin was writing in on Facebook, and he says he was offered a full refund and to keep the item if he deleted his negative review. Sneaky.
You cannot do that. Companies cannot do that. I've done so many review stories over the years, and it's amazing. I've done stories where there's clauses in contracts. Now, this is now against federal law, but there's clauses in contracts that say you cannot write a disparaging review. You know, you sign it. If you accept my services, you cannot write, even if it's truthful, you cannot write a negative review. And if you do, some businesses will try to sue you, but you cannot do that. So call me if that ever happens.
Okay, so that's not necessarily a problem on Amazon, but
no, that's on
Yelp. If they contact you and say you got to take this down.
Yes, don't do that. Do not do that.
Save everybody else.
We want the reviews out there. You just want truthful reviews, honest reviews.
Yeah. So, Kristen, you have been working on a big series called Classrooms in Crisis for months now, where you've been talking to teachers about what is really going on in our public schools and the outbursts that kids have, the inability for faculty and staff of these schools to even physically touch a kid to remove them from the school or to stop them from, you know, hitting other kids or having an outburst in class. And you were saying, I mean, this has been the most kind of commented on story almost that you've ever had.
Oh, ever had. I've been doing this job 15 years. I've been an investigative reporter all over the country. I do consumer stories like our story today, but I do, you know, investigative deep dive stories. Been here about 6 months, and I've worked in bigger cities. I've worked in smaller cities. I have never had a reaction like Classrooms in Crisis. Hundreds and hundreds of emails just on this story.
I think everyone can relate. I mean, you know, either you had a child in school or you have currently a child in school, or you've been a teacher, you've worked in a school,
you know a teacher,
or
you know a teacher, you have a family member who's a teacher. It touches everyone and affects everyone, and it was one of these stories where it was happening just right under our noses, and the teachers knew it was happening, but no one else knew. And so when we uncovered this, the reaction has just been finally, thank you for
my thing is, like, why is this happening? Is it because we're not, I mean, is it because of these things? Like, we're all in our, I go out to lunch and I see parents, like one single parent alone with their kid who's a little toddler, vying for attention over there, and the parent is just not even paying attention, scrolling, and it is so sad to me. But that, you know, like, kids don't know how to deal maybe with their emotions or frustrations that it boils up.
This is so complex. This is such a complex issue. But the big question is why. And you're right. Some people do think the digital devices have something to do with it. Some people think it's the lack of discipline, and the lack of, you know, taking action for your actions. You know, consequences for your actions in schools, at home. Some people think it's parents that aren't involved. There are so many. Some people think it's these kids that cannot handle their emotions. They just cannot cope with their emotions.
Because we don't really interact with each other anymore, and so you don't know what it is. You know, if you're dumped by your girlfriend in high school or something, or I mean, just even walking down the street, you know, people aren't really acknowledging one another a lot anymore, and just saying, "Hey, I see you. Good morning," or whatever. Just making kids feel like they matter and they're, you know, part of our society.
Right, and as you know, new parents, you and I both relatively new parents, it's just been really interesting to hear some of these other theories. You know, we don't have kids in kindergarten, but I've heard from so many educators that say kindergarten is really hard now, and you don't have the play. Some districts don't even have PE. They don't have gym. They don't
There's
have
no outlet to kind of
there's
get
no outlet,
that
yes, and there's no
energy.
social, emotional learning.
Right.
They're not learning these developmental skills. It's not developmentally appropriate. That's some of the theories. There's anxiety. Kids have anxiety now. Like the levels, the percentage of kids suffering from anxiety is
Gosh,
through.
it's just so sad.
It is really sad. And
So I want to know, I mean, as a mom,
Yeah.
what do you, I mean, your sons are 2, and my daughter is about 19 months. So, I mean, just how much do you give them, like an iPad or a phone?
So this-
or do they want, I mean, it's gonna be so hard. I'm
yes.
always asking everybody, I'm like, what do you do? Because we're gonna go on a flight soon.
Oh, right. Well,
And she
that's
doesn't
all bets are
really-
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I mean, now I'm going to be ready to here's
Right,
Elmo.
right, yes.
Watch this for a little while. But at home, I try and, I mean, all she knows about the phone, I think, is like there's a calculator. We can, you know, FaceTime with Nana and Dada, and that's about it.
Yes. So look, every parent, I've learned, every parent is different. You're going to have
Yeah.
your own rules. Me personally, this story has scared me.
Yeah.
This story has really made me rethink a lot of
Because
things.
you're like, what do I do right now so they
Ex-
don't become that?
Exactly. And can you do anything?
Yeah.
Is it what, you know? So really with the screens, I will only do screens at a restaurant.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
So never at home.
Peace.
Yeah, never at home, never, you know, and no judgment, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of people, everybody has their own parenting philosophy, but
Yeah.
for us, screens just at a restaurant.
Okay. That's
it.
a good policy.
And
I like
and
that.
a flight. Flights, all bets are off.
Yeah.
That
Whatever keeps them like
a million
sane.
snacks. Yeah.
Well, okay, give me some more tips then. I mean, I've heard little things that open. So like a pill box,
Oh my
put
gosh,
grapes
Nina.
and raisins and
Okay,
whatever, like anything.
so-
Give me your tips because you
Okay,
guys
here are my
travel a
tips.
lot.
We have traveled a lot, and I have to say, the earlier this is too late for you already, but
They're earlier in the morning. You can fly?
no.
Oh.
The younger the
Oh,
kid,
to start
fly
them.
as much as you can because they sleep.
Yeah.
Anything before 6, 7 months old, we went on quite a few
Nice,
flights.
okay.
Now that they're older, I went to Target in the dollar section. I bought a ton. I mean, imagine as many dollar toys as you could possibly imagine. Put it in a bag and don't let her see it.
Okay.
Even though my kids found this when we got to the airport.
Yeah.
But put it in your diaper bag. Don't let her see it, and then every
Whip one
20
out, like
minutes,
every
20 minutes, every
minutes, like,
15 minutes, yes. And then you don't care about them because they're $1 and you can
Yeah,
leave
yeah.
them if they fall
But
or
it's like a
disappear.
brand new surprise.
Yes, and I just as
Every
many
half hour.
toys as you possibly can,
Okay.
and as many snacks, and
What's like your guys' go-to snacks? What do they like?
veggie straws.
Veggies. I haven't gotten that yet.
Oh,
Veggie straws.
veggie straws.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Goldfish, of course.
Goldfish, yep.
Of course. Cookies. Any
Okay. Any little
little snack.
hand
Cheez-Its.
Okay. Cheez-Its. Yeah. That's good.
Just
String
load
cheese.
up. Have a whole bag of toys and snacks.
Okay.
And you'll be fine.
What other mother advice can you give me?
I'm just figuring this
Figuring
out
it out.
too.
You're ahead of me. You've got ×2. So I like that. Kristen, thank you so much.
Oh my
for
gosh, of
joining
course,
us.
of
It's really
course.
fun to
This
just
was-
have sit and
Yeah,
and have some
coffee, our
with
coffee
you.
talk, our
Yeah,
coffee
I know.
talk.
I like this. This
No.
is kind of our little kitchen area.
No, this was great. Thank you for having
Yeah.
me. And I love being on Sunrise. It's always, you guys are doing some great stuff.
Yeah, we're kind of.
Oh.
Boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh, I ended the video. Well, sorry, Instagram. You'll have to log on to Facebook. We'll do it tomorrow. Okay, let's check out some viewer pictures from beautiful Astoria. Thank you, Kristen. Really
course.
appreciate it. Okay, let's walk over here. Yeah, look at this view from Astoria. We can't pronounce that poor man's name. Denise is showing us the gorge. This cannot be yesterday. Look at these blue skies. Christina from Oceanside. It could have been. Dry Creek Falls, Macaulay Shale, great hike up there. Oh, yesterday it turned out to be not so bad, Chris. Let's
Did I
talk
say it was
about
going to be
that.
bad?
No, but
said it was going to rain.
I had rain on the brain, Well, there was a few sprinkles out there this morning, but even
so
today,
if you lived in Salem, Corvallis, down the valley, it rained for much of the day. So Salem only got into the lower 60s, right? The rain's kind of overspreading most of the region this morning. In fact, as we look out there right now, I think I can see some raindrops out there. Okay, if not, we can take the radar. Can we take the radar? It's raining. It's raining in Scappoose. It's raining in the Kelso, Longview area. It's raining down towards Salem and McMinnville. Interestingly, no rain reported at PDX in northeast Portland right now at the airport, but it'll be coming in. Here's a look. Do we have Futurecast queued up? There we go. There's a look at Futurecast. It had a lot of green on it yesterday, but the bark worse than the bite. This is really, really light stuff, but a smattering of showers in our forecast today. It'll be cooler too. Despite the fact that it didn't rain much here in Portland, or I guess because of the fact that it didn't rain, we actually got all the way up to nearly 70. Yesterday. That was a nice day. Yeah, that wound up being a bonus day. Here's the outlook for the rest of the week. Near average temperatures next couple of days. And then Thursday night through Sunday. Those are the days I think we could get really wet, like maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain wet. Ooh. So that's like legit rain. What we get between now and then is kind of like clouds, couple sprinkles, that kind of stuff. So,
okay, not too bad, but right in time.
My garden needs, we just got the seeds in for all the different greens. Like we got the arugula in and the
free watering.
And we need the water, so we'll take it.
Free watering. Okay, if you're going to be heading out to eat anytime soon, we asked you what are your favorite food trucks in the Portland metro area this weekend. Find one that has an overhang. So we got some great suggestions. Trap Kitchen. I have heard about this place. I have not gone there yet, and now I want to. Burger is the best in Portland. Amazing wings, fish and chips. They have different items. You can find them on Instagram. If they have a dessert, Nicole says, get it before they sell out. That looks like a messy, delicious burger. Fresh fish poke at the BG Food Cartel in Beaverton. I love poke. Oh my gosh. I just had some of it the other day. So delicious. Kyle says, I drive from Eugene once a month to, Matt's Barbecue. Have you guys ever been to Matt's Barbecue? It is the best barbecue in Portland. I'm sorry to everybody else who I've eaten.
That superlative out there. I gotta give it a try.
No, it is freaking delicious.
I was a big fan of Reverend's, but we're gonna give Matt's
Barbecue. He knows what he's talking about.
Hey, don't forget, what hasn't come up yet? I mean, one of the Portland originals, right? Koi Fusion, right?
Koi Fusion,
yeah, love them. Yeah. You're like, you're over that.
Yeah. I don't know if am I allowed to say that? Yeah. I'm not.
Is it just because you're so used to it now? They set the bar.
I've been there a couple times and it really didn't wow me.
Yeah. Okay.
At all. I mean, we have such good food here in town that if it's kind of
I just love the fact that you can just walk up to a food truck and get something that healthy, that delicious. And
true. Yeah, very good. Because Matt's Barbecue is delicious, but it is not healthy. A big old plate of meat and coleslaw and stuff like that. Okay, what are we talking about next? There were some really good April Fool's Day pranks. I haven't seen this one. This is from Starbucks, though. Pup Bucks. We're so excited to announce our newest concept stores, Starbucks for your best friend. Don't they have like a dog smoothie thing there? That is for real at Starbucks. This was a prank. 10 Barrel, love my boys over at 10 Barrel in Bend. We have been teasing it for weeks. We're excited to finally announce our newest crush flavor, pickle. We took cucumber crush and barrel aged it with vinegar and pickling spices. You know what? I bet that actually, you know how people have like picklebacks where they do a shot of whiskey and then a shot of pickle juice and it like totally cuts it? Yeah.
You've done
Producer
that?
Jess saying she's a fan. Yeah, it's good. It sounds kind of gross, but it
sounds gross.
I always have that shudder of like, ooh, when you take a shot of something, which I hardly ever do. But the pickle juice really cuts it. Okay, True Gear, local company here in the Portland area. We are super stoked to reveal our newest program, True Gear Snow Scooters. It's a snowboard with a handle. Okay. April Fool's, last one from Washington County Sheriff's Office.
They can afford a balloon?
Police hot air balloon.
Aerial surveillance.
That would be pretty cool. They would have to send that to the Tigard Festival of Balloons. So there were some also really funny ones that were local pranks. You can see it on this. So this is the fake Frito pie from Blue Star Donuts. I totally fell for this yesterday. A brioche donut filled with chili, covered with cheese, and crunchy Fritos on the top. Would you guys try this? Legitimately, I would not eat this. That'd be disgusting. Omzi with this hilarious one. This is a hipster class for your kindergartner. Look at the mustache on that little one. Teaches you how to brew your own homemade root beer. And what else were they teaching you? How to make your own backyard stable for your pony. Powell's Books getting into it with a Bookshare program. They said that they would drop books around the city that were orange with a flag on it. You can read a couple pages, drop it off. The next person gets to enjoy it. And finally, the McPickle Big Mac. I just named it that. They didn't have a name for it. From McDonald's, all pickle all the time. Chase it with your whiskey. So that does it for us here on Sunrise Extra. Thank you for chatting with us, sitting in the newsroom talking about all the topics that were big on KGW News at Sunrise. We're here every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Bye.